Cognitive organization. Now, bilingualism, and especially bilinguality, can be measured across the dimension of cognitive organization. So, what do we mean by cognitive organization? By cognitive organization, we mean how are the two languages used to express meaning, and if the both languages that are being used express the same meaning or are different meaning. Now, Erwin and Osgood in 1954 identified two different language systems. They argued that language systems are dual, that is, we can say that there is a compound language system and there is a coordinate language system. Now, what is a compound language system? A compound language system is a system in which you have two languages, that is, two linguistic systems, and they represent the same set of meanings. For example, you have this word table in English, and you have this word maze in Urdu, and they represent the same reality, and that is that. So this would be called a compound language system in which most of the language that you are using is actually representing the same function or same idea or the same reality. Then we have a coordinate language system. In coordinate language systems, you have two different languages, and when you translate one thing into the other language, in one meaning of used in one language, and when you transfer it to the other language or translate it, the meaning somehow changes a little bit, because the way a thing is said there does not mean exactly the same if the same words are used in the other language. For instance, I often give this example of the word clever, which has a very positive connotation in English language, but if given a translation, you would say, वो बहुत चालाक लड़की है. So you suddenly have this negative connotation of the word clever. Although when you use it in English language, she was a clever girl, that would mean that the girl was actually very intelligent, and it's a positive thing. Similarly, there are several other examples that we can use in which when we express a meaning in one language, it somehow, the meaning conveyed is different, and when we translate it, the meaning is distorted. And this also often leads to a misunderstanding for somebody who is a monolingual. And that is why there are some things that, or some contexts in which Asian students using English language might come across as rude to the native speakers, because what they are doing is they are actually using a system, that is English language, to express the meanings that they mean in Urdu. In any case, compound and coordinate language systems may not be directly related to the age at which the languages are learned. They might not be directly related to the context, but they are definitely affected by them, and these variants are important. And we'll talk about these variants later. So what we are actually saying is that in compound and coordinate language systems, the difference or the distinction we are making is of semantic organizations. How is the meaning organized when the languages are used? Do they denote or express the same meaning, or do we use two languages to express different sets of meaning? That is the difference between compound and coordinate language systems. Now, having said that, we need to understand that these differences are not absolute, but across a continuum. Now, what do we mean by that? We mean that a person might be lying across a continuum across which he or she might be a compound and coordinate bilingual at the same time. So a person can be more of a compound bilingual or more of a coordinate bilingual. So there is no absolute division between the two languages or the two dimensions of bilinguality, but one dimension might be overlapping with another dimension. The difference might be that in different bilinguals, we might come across when we measure bilingualism in this way, that some are more of a coordinate bilingual, and the others are less of it.